faithfully delivering value, interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally Talks Books. Hello to all our listeners of Sally Talks Books. I'm Gay-Wen Hao, the editor-in-chief of Sally Talks Books. Well, it's time to start our Book of the Week segment. Nowadays, many young people have a standard for judging a life winner. We all know it as having a car, a house, and a partner. But recently, the internet has added another criterion to that definition, having a cat while still young. Everyone's work pressure is really high these days, yet there's nowhere to relieve it. And some well-off young folks have bought cats, achieving cat freedom early and becoming cat slaves. Statistics show China has about 40 million pet cats, projected to grow by 40% in 3 years. That means roughly 2 out of 10 young people own cats. Though every cat owner willingly submits to feline rule, raising cats isn't easy. Midnight meowing, surprise scratches, and affection given only when they feel like it. Cat owners getting the cold shoulder is just routine. So next Monday, we'll explore a book about cats called Cat Watching. This is the ultimate cat encyclopedia, most revered by Nobel laureate Doris Lessing. It's hailed as the top must-read for new cat owners and feline enthusiasts. The author is Desmond Morris, the renowned Oxford University zoology PhD and world-leading animal behaviorist. He even served as director of London Zoo, truly a distinguished international scholar. Besides that, he's a best-selling author. Some Sally Talks Books listeners might have read his 2 famous masterpieces. One is The Naked Ape, the other The Human Zoo. In Cat Watching, Morris answers 80 puzzling feline questions through accessible QA format. Now, how do cats purr? Why do they eat grass? Why scratch furniture? Why prefer solitude? Unsociable? Our author approaches these common questions with scientific rigor, organizing them and providing comprehensive explanations. With serious reasoning, it helps you understand your cat better. So, if you love cats and are a true cat devotee, we highly recommend tuning in next week for our interpretation of Cat Watching. Now, if you enjoy American political dramas, I know many Sally listeners love shows like House of Cards and The West Wing, or closely follow international news, then you're surely familiar with scenes of U.S. state representatives fiercely debating without backing down. During presidential elections, Republican and Democratic candidates take turns promoting their policies. But did you know, over 2 centuries ago, congressional sessions and presidential elections worked completely differently. Back then, representatives could repeatedly vote on one issue. Those who initially agreed might change their minds later. Presidential elections followed a virtuous man policy, where voters chose leaders based on perceived moral character. So how do American politics evolve into today's system? Next Tuesday, we'll interpret a book titled Like a Comet Across the Night Sky. The author, many readers likely know Linda, the pen name used by a Chinese-American couple. Linda's most influential work is the Up Close to America essay series exploring U.S. politics, culture, and society. This 4-volume series has seen 3 covered by Sally Talks Books. Worries from History's Depths and Presidents Are Untrustworthy, plus Dreams from History's Depths, all available for interested listeners. Today's featured book, Like a Comet Across the Night Sky, completes this essay series. Here, Linda details the 1787 Philadelphia Constitutional Convention, the foundation of America's political system, whose great compromise remains celebrated after 2 centuries. So after reading this book's interpretation, you'll gain a deeper understanding of American politics. Next, on Wednesday, we'll recommend a popular science book called Pluto's Rise and Fall. In August 2006, at the International Astronomical Union's conference, after a vote by participating members, Pluto was officially demoted from being the 9th planet in our solar system. When this news broke, public opinion was in an uproar. For many people, This meant that the solar system they grew up knowing had 9 planets suddenly reduced to 8. And in some parts of America, large crowds even protested in the streets. So, how did Pluto become one of the solar system's 9 planets? And why was it kicked out of the planetary family? The book we'll discuss next Wednesday is Pluto's Rise and Fall, which is a biography of Pluto. It will tell you the story behind Pluto's demotion, reveal unknown tales of Pluto, and introduce you to all sorts of bizarre celestial bodies in the solar system. The author of this book is Neil deGrasse Tyson, an American astrophysicist and director of the Hayden Planetarium at the American Museum of Natural History, making him a highly respected authority in astronomy. As a scholar, Tyson has long been involved in Pluto research and was one of the first astronomers to advocate for its demotion. This work, Pluto's Rise and Fall, is the result of his 7-year effort. Next Thursday, we'll interpret a book called Parents Take Lessons First When Kids Learn Piano. Many parents are eager to send their kids to piano lessons at a young age, imagining a scene where the child sits at the piano playing beautiful music and the parents feel immense pride and joy. But based on my understanding and observation, frankly, reality is harsh. The truth is, children are often very reluctant. Sitting on the piano bench, playing while crying, few children persist with piano lessons, let alone become concert pianists like Lang Lang or Yundi Lee. So many parents ask, why is learning piano so hard for children? Does learning piano rely on talent or hard work? So what should parents do during different stages of their child's piano learning? How can they actually help their children? This book we'll interpret next Thursday is called When Children Learn Piano. Parents Take Lessons First. It discusses what parents can do during their child's piano journey. The author is Mao Weihui, a renowned Chinese pianist. His grandfather was the famous Chinese bridge engineer Mao Yusheng. Mao Weihui has dedicated years to piano education, compiling common issues young Chinese pianists face at different stages, resulting in this book. Parents Take Lessons First offers practical guidance for both children and parents learning piano together. Next, on Friday, we'll interpret an autobiography titled My Century. Friends who visited Shanghai probably know Jinjiang Hotel, a famous garden-style hotel in the city center. This hotel isn't just a building. It's witnessed major historical events in China. For example, the 1972 Shanghai Commune was issued here, and it's hosted over 500 heads of state.
Yeah, what's the
Next week's book is the autobiography of its founder, Dong Zhuzhun. Dong Zhuzhan's life was truly extraordinary. Born in 1900 to a rickshaw puller, her childhood was marked by poverty. Forced into singing in a brothel before marrying a revolutionary general, yet fleeing patriarchal oppression. At 29, she resolutely left her husband, took her 4 daughters to Shanghai empty-handed, and through immense hardship founded Jinjiang Hotel, achieving great fame. She began writing this autobiography at 78, passing in 1997. Recently published, it spans late Qin dynasty, warlord era, anti-Japanese war, and civil war, key periods of modern China. Indeed, Deng Zhuzhun's life mirrors the tumultuous transformations of modern Chinese history. So this Friday, we'll share the life story of one of 20th century China's most inspiring women. Next Saturday, we'll interpret an essential investment classic titled Charlie Munger, The Complete Investor. You might not know Munger well, but his legendary partner, Warren Buffett, is famous worldwide. Munger is Buffett's golden partner, his behind-the-scenes strategist, and ultimate secret weapon. The less publicly recognized than Buffett, his wisdom and contributions have profoundly shaped modern investing. Just how remarkable is Charlie Munger? Over 4 decades, he and Buffett built Berkshire Hathaway into a 300-plus billion empire, owning or operating 65-plus companies. among the world's highest priced stocks. Sally Talks Books previously covered his Poor Charlie's Almanac, Munger's own work on investment wisdom. Saturday's book focuses less on investing and more on Munger's insights about life and learning. The author is a renowned American financial journalist and best-selling writer. Janet Lowe's previous works include bestsellers on Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett, and Value Investing Made Easy. Through 3 years of interviews with Munger, his family, and friends, this book traces his journey from lawyer to visionary investor, revealing his decision-making process and unwavering principles. So that wraps up next week's featured book list. We encourage Sally Talks Books listeners to keep suggesting titles. Yours might be next. Also, join our exclusive Sally Talks Books community. Find the link in our comments section. Come connect with fellow book lovers, share favorite authors and works. Thank you all